Hello boys and girls, this is Christine at the Steak and Brush. I am back with you today with a foundation review. This will be my first time using the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion SPF foundation. I'm going to try it out in the shade 107 Cream Ivory. It's for light medium with warm tones. Not warm, but I think for summer it might actually be a good shade, so we're going to take it from there. This will be the very first time I've actually used any Wet n Wild foundation. I was originally going to try to do the Photo Focus, which seems to be a pretty big hit with a lot of people, but I couldn't find it at my local CVS. This is all they had, so I had a coupon, so I decided to just go ahead and we'll try this. It's actually the first time I've ever used any cushion foundation, so we'll see how it goes. Let me give you a little bit of information about it first. This is what the website says, so bear with me as I read it off here. It's a match made in heaven, liquid foundation in a cushion compact. Tap the cushion to add the right amount of coverage, or double tap to add more. Now let me stop there for a second. Okay, if one tap is the right amount of coverage, why would you add more? I understand what they're trying to say. They're saying it's buildable, but say it's buildable. Don't say it's perfect and then add more. That doesn't make sense. So right off the bat, I'm a little grumpy about that. Anyway, it's perfectly portable too, with an airtight, no mess compact that makes applying liquid foundation a breeze. Again, do you guys reapply your foundation throughout the day? I mean, maybe if you're traveling, this is nice to travel with, you know, so that you don't have to take an extra brush or something like that, but I don't ever take my foundation unless I'm, you know, like I'm saying, I'm going out of town. I don't take my foundation with me. Also, you get 0.52 ounces, which is less than your typical 1 ounce. So a little grumpy about that too. Where was I? Infused with coconut derivative, not a coconut derivative, just coconut derivative. The luminous, lightweight, and buildable formula helps boost hydration and contains SPF for added skin protection. Now, fair warning, added SPF is great. That does not mean to skip your regular sunscreen. Always, always, always wear your sunscreen. And the SPF 15 does not add, an extra 15 points of SPF. It's just an extra boost. It's going to make sure if your SPF wasn't strong enough, it might help it a little bit, but this is not enough to actually cover you for your regular sunscreen. It's just a nice bonus. It does say it contains fragrance, so we'll see how bothersome that is. Now, what are the 5 things I'm looking for in this? And this is just me personally. I'm looking for, does it cover spots? I have my 2 big sunspots here, and then this little patch here from just not wearing sunscreen until the past year or so. So I have yet to find a foundation that absolutely completely covers it. Yes, I still have it in my point system so that when I do find it, I found my holy grail. But as of yet, I'm still hunting for it. I'm looking for something that blends in well. It doesn't sit on my face. It doesn't look like it's moving around throughout the day. I want something that does not settle into my pores and give me polka dot pores, and no settling into fine lines. Those are kind of my we'll call number 2 my mature skin test. Number 3 is long wear. I want a foundation that lasts from morning until night. Now it's 3 o'clock now, and so I'm not going to get a horribly long wear out of this. I'll probably take it off around 10 tonight or so, 10 or 11. So, you know, we'll get a 7 or 8 hours out of this. But if it's breaking down at that point, that's definitely not going to pass muster. Transfer. I touch my face a lot. I want to make sure that this is not going to come off on my hands. It's not going to come off on my pillow when I take a nap. Everything comes off on phones. I'm not going to put that to the test, but I don't want it coming off my clothes. That's a big pet peeve of mine. And number 5, it's kind of a catch-all category for me. I want to see if it fits the claims that it has, which this one honestly doesn't have any of those outrageous, it's going to make you look 20 years younger and it'll make you fly. No, it just, the only claims really it has is that it's luminous, lightweight, and buildable, that boosts hydration. So pretty much really we're just going to see, you know, is it able to build, and does it dry out my face? If it, you know, if it covers those two things, it's fit that. But then just any miscellaneous, you know, does it break me out? Does, you know, something, you know, do ducks fly out of the sky and like to eat my face off when I'm wearing this? Just something that's out of the ordinary. But those are the things that I'm looking for. So we're gonna go ahead and try this out. I am going to try it with the actual puff that comes with it. I've never ever tried one of these. Like I said, we'll try this. If it doesn't work, we'll try a regular beauty blender and go from there. Now, I've already done all of my skincare. I have put on my sunscreen and I have primed my face using my favorite primer right now, the Touch and Soul No Problem Prime Essence. That seems to help with my pores quite a bit. So if there's any issue, I know it's not with any of my skincare or this primer, because it's stuff that I have used under many a foundation and never had problems with those. The one factor that we're not going to be able to control right now is the heat. I have my air conditioning on and it's still just burning up. I've got my little fan here to try to keep me dry, but heaven help me, yesterday I felt like my makeup was melting off my face before I even put it on. So we will see how this goes. So okay, we've got our little pan here. It's supposed to be airtight. We open it up and there is our foundation. Let's try this out and hope we have a decent color match. Let's see. I have no idea how to tell if this is the perfect amount or if I need more. So let's see here. Just kind of pat it on. I think shade-wise, during any other time of the year, this would definitely not be the right color. But for right now, since I still have some of my vacation sun, even though I wore 50 and 70 sunscreen, I still got color. So I think the color match is okay for right now. Pardon me while I look in my mirror here to make sure I get good coverage on my nose. If I'm gonna have problems, my nose is gonna be where it shows. My nose is where foundation will move around and feel like it's just kind of sitting on my face and not blending in. It'll also be where I get polka dot pores. And then really the only place that I have a lot of fine lines that my makeup's gonna cake into is up here on my forehead. So the nose, the forehead, and then my sunspots. Those are the places that are going to tell me if this foundation is going to be a success. So, okay, that is one pass. And I would say we've got a fairly medium coverage. I still can see my sunspots coming through. Not really a surprise there. But everything else is pretty balanced out. I'm actually a little surprised that I like it so far. The smell, it's not bad. I mean, it just kind of has a makeup-y smell. I expected, when I see that there are fragrances in something, I expect it to smell perfumey. This does not smell perfumey. I have heard that the Wet n Wild Photo Focus smells like paint. This is definitely not a paint smell. It's just kind of makeup-y. So let's try to build it up a little bit and see if we can do some sunspot covering here. Ooh. When I tap it on just like that, it almost covered. I have a few more freckles than I normally do. Hopefully those will fade throughout winter and I don't have to contend with those, but these are always there. I'm working on my vitamin C, my antioxidants, all that stuff, my retinol to try to get rid of them. Okay, they are not 100% covered up. I would say, one more smoosh. No, the more I touch into it, the less it's covering. I would say now they are 60% covered, which is actually decent. A lot of times I don't get them covered at all. First impressions, it's not bad. It's a good color match for me right now. It's not, I have a little bit of texture throughout here. It's not really, I mean, it's not blurring it, but it's not making it look worse. Let me look a little closer. My nose looks good. No polka dot pores. Let me see if I can move it around and get some. Maybe the tiniest amount of seeping into my lines. Let me see if I can just tap it out. Just a little bit. I'll see once I put the powder on. It's just so hot. I don't think anything, I think anything needs set right now. So I definitely will put some powder on this, and we'll see if that keeps anything from settling into those lines. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face, and then I will come back, show you the results, and we'll take it from there. I'll be right back. And I am back. I have my full face on right now. Let me run through the products I have on it. I used the Too Faced Peach Blur to set my foundation today. My bronzer, as ever, is the Unique Beachfront Bronzer in Malibu. We've got the Artist Couture Highlight in Summer Haze. I have the Alamar Blush in, let me open this up, this middle color, this Paraiso. I have under my eyes, I have the, oh, forgot to keep this out, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in Fair. The palette on my eyes is the Disney Villains Misunderstood palette by Colourpop. I also just filmed a tutorial on how to get this look. If that dramatic eye is something you're interested in doing, take a look. I will put the link up in one of these. It'll be up here somewhere, so you can click on that. I've got my Damn Girl cosmetic, Too Faced Cosmetics mascara. My brow is the Etude Drawing Eyebrow Pencil. My eyeliner is the Physicians Formula 2-in-1 Eye Booster Lash Boosting eyeliner and serum in Ultra Black. My waterline is the Infallible Pro Longwear Eye Pencil in black. I have my lip liner is the Believe Beauty Cosmetics Long Lasting Lip Liner in So Chic. And my lip color, the liquid lipstick, is from Lipslut. It is the Fuck Kavanaugh. So there's the total look. Alright, so what do we think of the foundation so far? So far I can definitely tell it's still, we're at about 50 to 60% on the sunspots. So it's not bad at all. No, really, it's not clinging into lines. It's no polka dot pores. All of the texture looks good. Everything's good there. And so far it fits the claims. I mean, it was more luminous until I patted it down, but it wasn't super luminous. It was more natural is what I would call it. So I'm not sure I would really call it a luminous foundation, but so far so good. Longwear, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm sweating right here, and this is probably not going to hold up, and I am not going to count anything throughout here against the Longwear because that's just heat. I'll look at my forehead, I'll look at my nose, I'll look at my cheeks, but I wore one of my most long wearing foundations yesterday, and it was a mess down here because of the heat. So that's going to be a no-go zone for it. I will say, before I put any other makeup in, as soon as I stopped filming, I started to feel a little, not quite itchy, like a little bit of a tingly right through here and right through here. And so I hadn't put any other products on, not that I've put anything else real new on besides my eye makeup, but it's not as noticeable now, so we'll see. Hopefully it's not anything I'm reacting to, but that is definitely going to be something I'm going to watch for later on today. So I will be back probably in about 7 or 8 hours tonight to let you know how this wore. I'll see you then. Hello boys and girls, I am back. It is just after 10 o'clock, so we've been able to give this a 7-hour test, which on a hot day like this, I think it's pretty good, and to be honest, it's about as long as I want to wear this. Let me just go through the points first, and I'll point out the problems that I've had today. My first criteria, does it cover spots? I'm going to give this a half point on this. I will readily admit, if you look here, you really have to look, but you can see it. I mean, from conversational distance, you're fine. Nobody, or I shouldn't say nobody, it blends in well enough and covers enough that they're not horribly showing like they would be had I not put makeup on. But the closer you get, the more defined they are. Excuse me. So I'll give a half a point for that. It did decently well. Blending in well, no polka dot pores, didn't settle into fine lines. Let me show you here on my forehead. It is not did not settle into lines. My nose, no polka dot pores. What I'll know how much you can see here, but it did show a little bit of texture as the day went on and this dried out, and it really dried out. Longwear, oh I'm sorry, so I guess we'll give that one a full star for that. It did, or I should say did not do the things that I don't want it to do. Longwear, I'm gonna go half a star on this as well. It held up on most places. My forehead, my cheeks, the tip of my nose is wearing down. My chin, like I said, I really wasn't going to count this against it, but you know, it's completely gone here. But it's only 7 hours. I need it has to at least hit 8 hours for it to get a star. If it doesn't hit 8 hours, it's not going to get the star. You know, my ideal is 10 to 12 hours, so this is only going to get half a star. Because it did hold up until just kind of recently, but honestly, I don't think I wanted this to hold up. Number 4 was transfer. I took a nap. It did not. It's still right here where I slept with my hand on my face. The makeup is all still there. Still see my blush, bronzer, and highlight on here. I didn't have problems with that. Number 5 is the big thing. So it's getting no stars on this. My face, right on my brow bone up here and underneath, like this whole like raccoon ring here, it's tight. It almost hurts. And this is the only thing, everything else I have worn before. There is nothing new here that is touching any of those places. I don't feel, I mean, it feels tight around my cheeks, but I don't, it's not a sharp pain or anything like that, but it is uncomfortable right through here. No, I mean, I usually like to try things at least once or twice. I may try this with a heavier silicone primer to see if it doesn't touch my skin as much, if it has that. But I'm not going to give it an all-day test. Like, I held out. I held out as long as I could today. On a normal day, if I wasn't going anywhere, this would have been off. But I held out for you guys. So, no. So I guess technically we've got 3 stars, 3 out of 5. It's an average. If you don't, I mean, and I don't have sensitive skin, so I don't know what this is. My skin is normally, it used to be dry. With all of the skincare I've been doing lately, it has been very, very normal lately. So maybe this is just very drying and it's putting me back into a dry mode. I don't know. If you have dry skin or sensitive skin, whatever it is that's in here, I would not try it. Maybe if you have completely normal skin or oily, this might work for you. I will try it again. Like I said, I'll try it one more time with a silicone primer. And if that works, I will either mention it in a pinned comment underneath here, depending on when I try it, or I'll just do a foundation follow-up and let you know how this did. So for other people, like I said, the wear wasn't too bad. The look was good. Didn't settle into any of those lines or pores or anything like that. So those things worked really well, and I was really pleased with it. But I can't forgive the way it feels. I just need to take it off. So that's it. It's a 3-star, but it's a high 3-star. That number 5-star that gets no stars is a big hole in it. So that's it for the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Foundation. I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you later.